Hello again, Niveen with Niveen's Cuisine, and I'm on a Greek roll. So for dessert for New Year's Eve, I'm making Konafa, or what the Greek call Kataifi, the Arabs call Konafa, and it's basically shredded phyllo dough, and you can mix it in with pistachios, walnuts, or custard. And today I'm making the custard, which is always a big hit. So I got 2 cups of milk, or you can use half and half, in the saucepan ready to bubble. I got 2 full tablespoons heaping cornstarch, and just dissolving it in about half a cup or 3/4 of a cup of water. And I have vanilla, and I like to use the best. This one I bought from Mexico my last time to visit, and I love it. And unfortunately, I'm down to the last teaspoon, which is going to be just enough for this dessert. So this dessert has been around for many, many, many years. The Greeks fight over it, saying, oh, it was their invention. Kataifi, they call it. The Arabs say, no, we did it first, and we call it Konafa. And when you go to the Middle East, and Lebanon, Syria, Egypt, and you walk into a bakery, patisserie shop, and you ordered some Konafa, oh my God, the taste is incredible, especially if you hit it at the right time where it's coming straight out of the oven. The aroma is just unbelievable. I really miss that. There's a couple of Arabic pastry shops in Anaheim, and they are owned by Palestinians mostly, and Palestinians are really, really good with pastries. But you have to throw diabetes and cholesterol out the window, because if you want to eat it right, it has to have a lot of butter. So I'm going to slowly add my cornstarch into the milk and let it thicken. It won't take long. And I've been doing this with the custard filling for many years, and friends and family that had it just absolutely love it. But this year I'm going to throw in some pistachios. Usually it's one or the other. Why not both, right? But mostly in the Middle East it's made with chopped walnuts, pistachios. The Greeks use walnuts. The Persians use pistachio. The Arabs a mix of both, or one of the other. And now I'm going to throw in that last teaspoon of vanilla. Mix it in. Let it thicken. And voila, ready. So we are in the process of making Konafa. I melted 8 ounces of butter. We're gonna put maybe 1/3 of that at the bottom. This is a stainless steel non-stick pan I brought with me all the way from Egypt 38 years ago. One little scratch. You have to take very good care of your non-sticks. So we put a thread of that at the bottom. This is what the dough looks like. The wonderful Konafa or Kataifi. It's a pound, so I'm gonna split them in half. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna separate them and layer the bottom. Make sure there's not a lot of tangling or, you know, hard pastry, but this bag is wonderful. In the Middle East, you walk around Ramadan in the streets, and guys are standing there with huge hot griddle, and they have the batter in kind of like the pancake dispenser with little holes in it, and they just go around on the hot griddle, and the smell is fantastic, and they scoop it up, give you whatever you want, kilo or half a kilo. So I have half of the shredded phyllo down here, and now I'm gonna pour the custard I just made right in the middle, kind of spread it around. Smells wonderful already. Milk or half and half, thickened with cornstarch, dissolved in water. Put vanilla. You could put almond essence too if you want. Then we're gonna start putting the second half. Separate them nicely. Make sure you have enough for the top. So tomorrow I'm gonna put this in 350 degrees because that's gonna be the New Year's Eve dessert. And it smells wonderful when it's baking in the oven. And then you pour, while it's hot, you're gonna pour the honey syrup. I just made in advance, and it's all cool. And cut in wedges, put on a plate, garnish with some berries if you want, or nothing is fine. Maybe a dollop of whipped cream, and it will be magnificent. Again, this is Konafa. It's a Middle Eastern dessert, and it also is a Greek dessert, a Persian dessert from that region. And now with the rest of the melted butter, I'm gonna make sure I kind of go all around, make sure all the surfaces are covered. And I'm gonna cover it with foil or plastic, put it in the fridge till tomorrow and cook it off. So you're gonna put 350 degrees, put it in, and kind of test it in about 30 minutes with a fork. Just grab the sides of it and look and see if the bottom is getting nice and crispy and brown. If that's the case, get a oven-proof dish, like an oven pizza pan. For me, is perfect. Something that is the same size or a little bigger. And then you're going to be inverting it on it, putting it back in the oven until the top and the bottom are all nice and brown. Meantime, I have prepared honey syrup. It's already done and cold. And basically it's 2 cups of water, 2 cups of sugar to 1 cup of water until it's all dissolved. I like to squeeze a little lemon juice in there to stop the sugar from crystallizing. Also put a nice little cinnamon stick in there. And while it's thickening, I'm throwing in a cup of honey. Put everything on low heat and let it all mix together and thicken. And this is how beautiful and thick that honey syrup is. When this is ready tomorrow, when it's cooked in the oven and all nice and brown, I'm gonna throw that on top, and it will bubble and sizzle, and the taste and the smell is out of this world. See you in a bitty. So now the kunafa got crispy at the bottom, and I'm getting a pan that fits on top. I'm gonna invert it. Beautiful. It's supposed to be nice and crunchy and crispy, kind of a golden brown. So I'm going to put it back in the oven so it can crisp the bottom of it.